Good afternoon, you're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. But before we head into our stories, first we'll take a look at headlines.
SLFP MPs who defected from the government say they will move ahead with broad national alliance. Arjun Aloysius and Kasun Palisane are further remanded. Hydropower generation increases by 10%. Generator at Norechole and gas turbine at Kalanithissa inoperative. 3 suspects with 170 million rupees worth gold arrested in Talaimannar.
Owner Perpetual Treasuries Limited Arjuna Aloysius and its CEO Kasun Palisane were ordered today to be further remanded until the 26th of this month by the Fort Magistrate Lanka Jairatna. The magistrate ordered prison officials to permit Kasun Palisane, who is on the 4th suspect in the case pertaining to the central bank bond transaction in 2015, to sign 2 cheques. The Police Financial Crime Division was ordered to present a progress report on the investigation at the next hearing on the 26th. Former chairman of Sethos and Nalin Fernando, who is alleged to have misused a sum of 39 million rupees in public funds, were released on bail today. Fernando was released on cash bail of 25,000 rupees and 2 sureties of 300,000 rupees each.
Nalin Fernando was released on bail after considering facts presented by the defendant that legal action cannot be taken under the Public Properties Act for using Sethos funds to import a stock of equipment for Karam and Dam during his tenure as Sethos Chairman. The magistrate also issued an order preventing Fernando's overseas travel and for his passport to be seized by court. The magistrate informed the Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division to present a progress report on the investigation to court on the 11th of May.
The country's hydropower generation has increased by 10% with the prevalent rainy weather. General Manager of the Ceylon Electricity Board, A.K. Samarasinghe, has said the generation of hydropower will be increased to maintain a balance in the national power grid.
A.K. Samarasinghe said the water levels in catchment areas close to hydropower plants has risen to 50%. He added there are no intentions for any disruption of power during the festive season. The CEB General Manager meanwhile said operations of Generator 1 of the Norechole coal power plant were halted as of midnight yesterday due to maintenance. The decision was taken due to a grey-coloured substance being emitted from the generator mixing into the seawater. Close to 900 megawatts of power is generated into the national power grid from the Norechole coal power plant. Engineers point out the national power grid loses close to 300 megawatts of power units a day when Generator 1 is inoperative. Meanwhile, General Manager of the Ceylon Electricity Board, A.K. Samarasinghe, said a gas turbine at the Kalanithissa power station has been turned off for maintenance activities.
3 suspects in possession of a stock of gold were arrested by the Sri Lankan Navy last afternoon in the Talaimannar Sea area.
Navy media spokesperson Lieutenant Commander Nidesh Pandara said a stock of gold biscuits weighing 24.2 kilograms was seized. The seizure has been valued at close to 170 million rupees. The Sri Lanka Navy said that the suspects were arrested while they were travelling in a dinghy boat. The suspects, who have been identified as Sri Lankan, will be handed over to the Jaffna Customs Office.
The Ministry of Health says 10,728 mosquito larvae grounds have been identified during the National Dengue Prevention Week. The ministry said schools, construction sites, factories, educational institutes, religious sites and public areas are among the locations identified to have ground conducive for mosquitoes.
The National Dengue Prevention Week is in effect across the country, with 58 high-risk medical officers of health divisions being inspected for 7 days and 111 moderately at-risk medical officers of health divisions being inspected for 5 days. The epidemiology unit of the Ministry of Health said 99,460 premises conductive for the breeding of mosquitoes were found. A total of 463,827 premises have been inspected during the National Dengue Prevention Week from the 3rd to the 9th of April. Close to 10,000 personnel of the Tri-Forces, Police, Civil Security Department and Public Health Inspectors have been dispatched per day for these inspections.
An event to celebrate the Sinhala and Tamil New Year organized by the Housemaids Association of Nugegoda was held yesterday under the auspices of Western Provincial Councillor Cecil Kingal-Petier.
Thanks for inviting me.
I'm always firmly of the belief that women in our country should be more empowered. I strongly believe that without strengthening her economic power, she cannot raise and strengthen her family. Strengthening her family ensures our journey of strengthening this country.
But before we head into sports, we'll take a look at one of the political stories which made your headlines for today. The group of Sri Lanka Freedom Party parliamentarians who resigned from their position in the Good Governance government convened a media briefing today.
By leaving the government, we have given the United National Party the opportunity to form a single-party government. We have and will support the good things of this government in its efforts to ensure peace, democracy, justice and acts against corruption, as well as for the greater good of the farmers. But we believe it is difficult with Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to build this country's economy, strengthen its democracy, build reconciliation and other endeavours we hope to help out the people, farmers and the working class of this country. What we also see is that day in and day out, they are running behind money and endorsing corruption. We hope to move ahead with a broad public movement while strengthening the SLFP and UPFA.
In dispute.
Sri Lanka Newsfirst Paksha අපි එකට ආයිතුයි ඒකේ එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ කවුරු දෙක තියන් ඉන්න ඇයට ඒක ඇතුළේ ඉන්න එක මම හිතන්නේ සදාචාරාත්මක නැහැ කියලා විශ්වාස කරනවා.
The Sri Lanka Freedom Party has to move ahead together. We believe it is unethical to remain with those in the United National Party. Also, we believe that no one can have one leg in the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the other in the United National Party. The people who love the SLFP waited to see what will happen. The 1.3 million people who were with us will deplete to 200,000 if we continue like this. I said it then, we are not ready to work with the UNP and we will continue to work ahead with the SLFP under the leadership of our President.
Finally, some sports news. The BCCI and the PCB's dispute over two unplayed bilateral series moved a step forward after the ICC constituted a three-person dispute panel 4 months after Pakistan decided to take legal routes to pursuit of its resolution.
The hearing will take place in Dubai from October 1st to October 3rd. As per Article 10.4 of the Terms of Reference of the ICC Disputes Resolution Committee, the decision of the dispute panel shall be non-appealable and shall remain the full and final decision in relation to the matter and binding on all parties. The PCB claims up to $70 million worth lost revenue from failure of the BCCI to play two series in November 2014 and December 2015, which were agreed by the boards in April 2014. Both series were officially slotted into the ICC's Future Tour program with Pakistan as host. However, amid a deteriorating political situation, the BCCI refused to honor that agreement.
Well, this is a wrap of lunchtime news for the day. I'm Sarah Fonseca for the Newsfirst team. More news follows on our website www.newsfirst.lk. To join us again on our afternoon 55s for the very latest.